Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, October 3, 2024. Over 580,000 taxpayers will benefit from the Reverse Income Tax Credit Initiative, which was officially launched by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service yesterday. This is being done in collaboration with Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ. Under the initiative, eligible employed or self-employed persons who are earning less than $3 million annually will receive a one-off grant of $20,000. Payments will be made through remittance companies. These individuals must be contributing to the system through Education Tax, National Housing Trust, and National Insurance Scheme, NIS, statutory deductions. Speaking at Wednesday's launch, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark emphasized the significance of the initiative in addressing income disparity in Jamaica.
We chose the threshold to be $3 million because we know that even persons who earn over 1.7 can have a disproportionate experience from the period of high inflation. So to all of the administrative clerks and all of the store clerks and merchandisers and inventory clerks, to the security guards, to those who work in quick service restaurants, those who work as waiters and servers and bartenders, those who, as long as you're filing your NIS, if you work in the home, those who work for government.
Minister Clark says taxpayers are required to meet the annual income tax filing or payment requirements for the 2023 year of assessment by August 31 this year. TAJ Commissioner General Ainsley Powell says the online registration system is user-friendly and the validation process will be done automatically to determine if persons are eligible. He says customer care support has been put in place for persons who may have challenges to ensure that we can have a workaround. Mr. Powell said the TAJ is prepared to handle the anticipated volume of applicants.
By March 31st, everything has to be wrapped up. So we'll be having some cutoff applications, and we are using the 2nd of January. And then we'll ensure that we can complete processing for payment before March 31st. That is important because of the whole financial arrangements around it and the approval for payment.
For more information and assistance regarding the Reverse Income Tax Credit Program, persons are encouraged to participate in upcoming sensitization sessions and outlined webinars by the TAJ. Eligible taxpayers are also urged to call 888-TAXBACK. That's 888-829-2225 or visit the TAJ website at jamaicatax.gov.jm. The House of Representatives has passed the Judicature Rules of Court Amendment Act 2024, which will facilitate membership of the Director of Public Prosecutions DPP on the Rules Committee of the Supreme Court. The legislation was piloted by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck in Parliament on Tuesday. The move will enhance the DPP's ability to influence the drafting of court procedures, particularly following the recent granting of appeal rights.
In addition to the rules of court that are being prepared in respect of the DPP's right to appeal, Mr. Speaker, there are other rules of court that are being contemplated that may have an impact on the office of the DPP. For instance, rules relating to criminal case management and digital audio recording in criminal matters. Similarly, the DPP has no opportunity to offer contribution towards the preparation of these rules of court as a result of the exclusion from the committee.
The bill also proposes empowering the Minister of Justice to amend the schedule of the Principal Act more efficiently.
The inclusion of such a provision facilitates the timely amendment of schedules, especially in matters of urgency. The absence of such a provision, Mr. Speaker, results in a more time-consuming process for the resolution of urgent matters.
The Ministry of Finance will soon issue a public invitation for applications for an approved Integrated Resort Development AIRD order in the St. James Geographical Zone. This announcement follows the Ministry's decision to deny an AIRD order to a previous applicant for the same zone. Portfolio Minister Dr. Nigel Clark made the disclosure during a statement to Parliament recently. He noted that since launching application requests in 2021, Two proposals had been received, one for a combined zone of Hanover and Westmoreland and another for St. James. In 2023, the license for the combined zone was granted after the applicant met the necessary requirements outlined by the enterprise team. However, the application for St. James was not approved.
Upon review of those responses and all relevant material, the enterprise team determined that the applicant had not provided sufficient evidence to satisfy the enterprise team that the applicant had met the mandatory financing disclosures required by statute in relation to the applicant's proposed project. The enterprise team has therefore advised me against awarding an order to the second applicant.
An integrated resort development must have a minimum of 1,000 hotel rooms, of which 500 must be luxury rooms. Additionally, the development must have a minimum capital investment of $450 million.
These luxury developments, Madam Speaker, are not limited to hotels, but villas and spas and recreational facilities, shopping centers and casino gaming. And in order to uphold the integrity of the process, we have to set clear criteria in an application process, and it doesn't matter who the bidders are or what their level of support may be. If they don't come through the doors of the requirements of the application, they will not be successful.
A detailed progress report will be presented to Cabinet on Monday, October 7, for the Shared Prosperity Through Accelerated Improvement to Our Road Network (SPARK) program. The $45 billion initiative is aimed at upgrading critical road infrastructure and water systems. 2 rounds of negotiations have been conducted and contracts are now in the final stages of completion for work to begin shortly. SPARK is a Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation project that's being administered by the National Works Agency. To execute the programs, partnerships have been forged with the Ministries of Finance and Local Government, as well as the National Water Commission. Minister with responsibility for works, Robert Morgan, says SPARK is projected to start in the coming weeks and is expected to continue through March 2027. The initial phase will focus on rehabilitating community and parochial roads, while more complex structural upgrades will follow in subsequent phases in collaboration with local contractors. The first ever infant nursery for incarcerated expectant mothers is now open at the South Camp Adult Correctional Center in Kingston. Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, initiated the $13 million project earlier this year. The facility includes 3 rooms furnished with cribs, beds, toys, and feeding chairs, along with a wash area featuring changing tables and bathroom facilities. Additionally, it has 2 ramps for wheelchair access and will accommodate 3 incarcerated mothers and their children. During the recent ribbon-cutting ceremony, Minister Cuthbert Flynn shared that the nursery aligns with the ministry's efforts to create a rehabilitative environment for inmates.
This nursery is a testament to our government's commitment to modernizing our correctional system and ensuring that even within these walls, there is a space for compassion, for dignity, and there is a space for growth. This is not just brick and mortar. It is also a signal of our vision for a more inclusive and humane correctional service.
And finally, Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs Marlene Malahou-Fort is calling on newly appointed lay magistrates in St. James to demonstrate respect towards their fellow citizens as they carry out their public duties. Her remarks came during a recent ceremony in Montego Bay where 30 justices of the peace, JPs, received certificates of completion for their training in criminal law and procedure. Minister Malahou-Fort says the lay magistrates' court serves as a crucial foundation of the justice system.
The lay magistrates' court is at the very base of the court system. And sometimes we believe that because of the level at which we serve, the real issues are left to those who are higher up. But big things are made up of small parts and small things.
For his part, Custos of St. James, Bishop Conrad Pitkin, urged JPs to prioritize respect for the public as their performance is directly linked to their duties.
You are required to display a high level of decorum that is befitting the office you now hold and how you will be viewed by the public. Having the respect of the public is crucial in the execution of your duties as lay magistrates.
And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.